Thank you so much for joining me today. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about why am I doing a podcast? What's my big purpose? I'm going to introduce myself, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the concept that you're probably wondering, like, what is a worthologist, okay? And then I'm going to tell you why you should listen to this podcast, why you should subscribe to my channel, why you should get consistent reminders so that you can catch me every time the Dr. Fred Jones Show releases a new episode. So that's what we're going to do in this particular show here today. What is my big why? So many people have asked me, why don't you share your quotes and write a book? Okay. Why don't you write a book and put all of your quotes down? They call them my Jonesisms. Okay. That's one reason. So many people have said, Fred, you should have a podcast. I've heard that many, many, many times. So by popular demand, you're now dialed into the Dr. Fred Jones Show, the world's only worthologist, okay? And so that's my big why. I'm doing this because I want to help people walk in their worth, value their voice, and tell their story. You see, I want to see people take the limits off of life. That's my big reason why we're doing this podcast. And so my goal here is to add value to you every single day. And that's what I want to do. And who am I and why you should listen to me? I've been on this journey now for quite a while. It was 1991 when I heard the word intellectual property and my ears stood up like a Doberman pinscher. It's like intellectual property. What in the world is that? Okay. I was in law school, Southern University. Kerry DeBassinet was a professor and he said, intellectual property of the mind. He said, it's your thoughts, and he said, when stuff come at you, you shouldn't just let everything in. You should reach out and grab it. And he said, and he opened up his hands and he said, you should analyze it before you let it in or before you kick it out. So my friend, I'm not new to this space. I'm true to this space of helping people write a book, build a brand, and grow a business. That's what this podcast is going to be all about. Writing a book, building a brand, and grow a business. It's going to be about you being a bestseller. And when I say bestseller, I'm not talking about a paper that you're going to turn in. I'm not talking about academics. I'm not talking about entertainment. I'm talking about business. And as a business owner, you want everything you do to be a bestseller. So one of the best things that I can do is talk to you about how to become a bestseller of your mastermind, bestseller of your group coaching program, bestseller of your academy, bestseller of your course that's now scaling. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to be talking to you about in this podcast. That's what this podcast is going to be all about. You and your worth. I want to see you walk in your worth, value your voice, and create an economy around your best-selling story. Okay, so why should you listen to me? Well, there are a lot of reasons why I think you should listen to me, and I'm going to give you a couple. Okay, before I do that, though, I want you to know that the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. One more time, the most expensive thing you'll ever pay is attention to the wrong people. So why should you listen to the Dr. Fred Jones Show? Because when it comes to creating a coaching business, a speaking business, or a consulting business, this is something that I've been doing now almost 10 years. And I've been at it full time since 2017 exclusively. So with that said, I've walked the walk as far as creating a successful online business and creating passive income through an online business. I've been doing that, been working from home forever. 2020 and 2021 did not catch me off guard because I was already ahead of the game. Okay. So that's one reason you should listen to me, because ain't never been there, can't tell going there how to get there. You want me to say it again? Ain't never been there, can't tell going there how to get there. Been there, done that as far as this business goes. And so people have been just pulling on me. And so I decided, okay, I need to do this podcast thing. We'll be doing it. Why should you listen to me? Let me give you another one. I'm a retired United States Supreme Court attorney. Okay. I've been an attorney for a long time. I've taught intellectual property to the graduate and undergraduate level. My attorney background goes into estate planning. It goes into intellectual property. Those are the areas that I have put a focus in and have done the most research and the most practice in. Intellectual property law. That's my jam, as they would say. That's my jam, intellectual property. So if you're looking for somebody to help you protect your intellectual property, if you're looking for somebody to help you position yourself, if you're looking for somebody that's going to give you cutting edge educational business consulting from a legal perspective, you just might be listening to the best podcast on the internet. And I'll venture to say you are, because I can help you do this. I've helped hundreds of people write books, build brands, establish their business, and I'm still helping a lot of people now through my Bestseller Overnight program, my Build Your Business Mastermind program, and my high-end invitation application only Mastermind 6-figure 6-month mastermind. So those are a few reasons why you should listen to me. And if that's not enough, I think I could find a lot more. But I'm just going to invite you to just stay with me on this podcast, set your reminder, and I'm going to be bringing you an episode at a minimum of once a week, but just subscribe and you'll probably get a few more than that, because I want to serve, support, and strengthen you, because I believe in you, my friend, and I want to see you succeed. And I know you're ready to retire. You're ready to transition. Some of you are ready to reposition yourself. Some of you have had some great experiences out there. Some of you just flat out have been listening to the wrong people, and you're like, ooh, man, I need to find somebody that I can really connect with. Well, I think you've found that person. I think you've found the podcast. This is the Dr. Fred Jones Show. I'm so excited about serving and supporting you. Glad to have you listen in. Until next time, I'm going to just go out and say the most expensive thing you'll ever pay is attention to the wrong people.